Hello everyone, and welcome to the Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life Ending Guide. At the end of the last chapter of Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, your child will choose a career. Which career is your child going to choose? Well, it depends on what they are best at. Your child has two parameters that you can see in the menu. You can see what they like the most and what they're the best at. Well, what they're the best at, that's actually the one that's going to take precedence. That's what's going to determine which ending is chosen. If there are two things that your child is equally good at, it's going to go in this order: rancher, farmer, athlete, musician, artist, and then scholar. Actually, the children and their career paths and what the children's like and dislike, it's actually very complicated. So I've decided to break it into several different videos. In today's video, I'm going to focus on how you can get these 6 different endings, and it's going to kind of be an intro to all the things that you're going to want to notice. I might later make another video where I focus on trying to get your child into the hardest career for them to do. But yeah, that video is going to take me some time, so I wanted to get this video out first, so that way you guys at least know what's going on with your child and their careers. And if you follow this guide and there's a particular ending that you want to get, then this is going to be the fastest and best way to get that ending that you want to see. If you want your child to become a rancher, it's recommended that you marry Molly or Cecilia. They both are predisposed to becoming ranchers. The first thing you're going to want to do is take all of the toys out of that bin. None of the toys are going to make them go down the path of becoming a rancher, so just take all the toys out. The next thing you're going to want to do is show your child milk, eggs, and even your pets and animals. Some of the children might be a little bit scared of animals initially, so if they're scared, then don't show them that animal again. Also, another thing to note is try not to do that much farming, so doing crops and trees. Also, what you're definitely not going to want to do is shake the trees in front of your child. If you do that, then they're going to want to become a farmer and not a rancher. What you're going to want to do is focus on your cows and your sheep and your chickens. You want your child to watch you doing all the different steps when you're taking care of the animals, because then it could excite them about becoming a rancher. Become friends with Takakuta. He's the only one that you want to become friends with to help the child become a rancher. The last thing is when you talk to your child, you might get the option to pick them up. And if you do that, then you're going to want to do this action. If you do this, it's going to make them want to become a rancher. If you want your child to become a farmer, then it's recommended to marry Matthew or Cecilia. And you're also going to want to become friends with the other one, as well as Vesta and Takakuta. You can also take your child to their farm and have your child see you talking to them. In terms of your toy bin, again, you're going to want to take everything out and don't put any toys in the toy bin. Instead, you can show your child the farming tools like a hoe and a sickle, and you can also gift them crops and vegetables. And so, of course, you're also going to want your child to see you doing the different things. And also, as we had talked about, you're going to want your child to see you shaking the trees, because they're going to like that a lot. If you want your child to become an athlete, you're going to want to marry Molly or Rock. These two, their kids are well suited to becoming an athlete. This time there's a toy that you're going to want to get. It's a ball. You can get the ball from Van, and then after you buy the ball, of course, go back to your home and put it in the toy bin. All the other toys, just keep them out of the toy box and you should be good. In terms of friends, you're definitely going to want to become friends with Hugh and Sully, or Suoli. The old Wally, and you should also go to their house and hang out at their house. You're going to want to get a medal from Wally Sully, and once he gives it to you, then you can show that to your child. The one motion that you're definitely going to want to do is jump over this fence and have your child see you jumping over the fence. The motion that you're going to want to do is this motion, where you take your child and you throw them up into the air. Next up, we have musician. If you want your child to become a musician, then you should marry Lumina or Gustafa. This path is a fairly easy one if you marry one of those two. You're also going to want to become friends with Romana and also Lumina or Gustafa and Gavin. Try to become friends with all 4 of these characters. In terms of the toy box, you're going to want to take everything out. Again, they don't have musical instruments for the kids to play with, unfortunately. There are some items that you're going to want to show your child. You can show them a record, you can show them some musical instruments, and you can also take them to places where music is playing. So make sure that you do those things to make sure that your child is interested in music. So hopefully you've also become friends with Gavin, and you know that he likes to play his guitar. And if you go to the villa, you should be able to hear someone playing a piano. There's also a motion that you can do with your child, and it's singing. You can pick your child up and sing to them. Next up, we have becoming an artist. If you want your child to become an artist, it's recommended that you marry Nami or Gordy. These 2 will help your child become an artist. You're also going to want to become friends with Charlie and Cole. With the toy box, it's really easy because you start with the toy that you're going to want to leave in there. So you can just leave that in the toy box and not worry about it. You're also going to want to take your child to Sebastian's room because he also has some art in there. Last, we have Scholar. If you want your child to become a scholar, you have 3 choices. You could marry Nami, or you can marry Gustafa, or you can marry Gordy. You have 3 choices. In terms of toys, you're going to want your child to play with this car. This car, you're also going to have to buy it from Van. So make sure you go there, and you're going to want to become friends with Carter and Flora, and also Daryl. If you become friends with them, then they should give you gifts that as well you can show your child, and they'll start to like becoming a scholar. Also, make sure that you spend a lot of time at the archaeological site and that you are uncovering different things in the archaeological site. Then you can go home, show it to your child, and then your child might even ask you where you got it. And of course, you should just tell your child that you dug it up while you were at the archaeological site. This is going to make them really want to become a scholar. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you have any more questions, you can ask me in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.